How's it going, guys? This is Tim from G.I. Joe Immortal, and today we're going to take a look at actually a couple of finds that I found. This is going to be a project, but what I found was the 1988 version 1 D.E.M.O.N, and it's not totally complete. Didn't have the driver ferret, but he looks like he's pretty easy to find. It did come with Destro's Despoiler and Destro. This is just how I found it, although it was all apart in pieces in a box. I did manage to figure out where everything went. I didn't have directions or anything. It looks to be in good shape. Just needs to be cleaned up. As you can see, it's just dusty. Everything's there except for I'm missing one missile here. And the radar tower thing, I forget what they call it. I'm looking right now. Yeah, I don't really see it marked on the, but anyways, the D.E.M.O.N itself came out in 1988, I believe. And like I said, here we'll take a look at this. This is what I'm talking about. It's missing this part right here as you look. It was for the Iron Grenadiers. And of course, the easily lost pieces are the missiles here. And I'm only missing one, so that's not too bad. It is missing the glass. And like I said, this part here with the glass on top, which I'm going to have to try to find to complete this. But overall, it's in really good shape. Like I said, there's just a little bit of glass, I think, that goes here. And if you open it up, everything looks really good. Nothing broken. All the guns are there. The axle does work. It does raise up. I won't be able to lock it in, but it will raise up like it's supposed to there, and it locks in underneath. And just a pretty cool looking vehicle. And yeah, I'm going to flip it around so you can see the back. And there's the back. I don't know if anything went back here. It does have an old decal here. Like I said, I'm going to look more into it and find out more about it. And there is Destro right there. And there is his Despoiler. Now, I did notice on the Despoiler, it does have the two missiles, so that's good. And it does have the bottom piece, which is really important, and the back piece. I noticed one little chip right there, which is I'm not gonna worry too much about that. But it looks to be really good, and this will actually fit on top of your turret gun here. It fits on top like so. It's where Destro can escape if he wants to. But that is the D.E.M.O.N, which is called the Dual Elevating Multi-Ordnance Neutralizer, them and their acronyms. And it included a ferret figure, which I believe I should be able to find him. Doesn't have to be carded or anything. I should be able to find him pretty cheap, maybe $15 or less. I know they had more than enough, and they gave them out at some of the conventions. But there's a special docking pad. That's where they're talking about, where he lands up there. I need to find this part right here, so I'm gonna have to go and look around at different sites and see if I can find a part, hopefully relatively cheap. Has a dual, that's the dual spotlight. That's what it's swiveling electronics pilot helmet connection housing, roof-mounted magnetic array triple lens laser cannon, a flip-up canopy with angled deflector, ballistic resistant armor piercing and screen that reveals a cockpit with seating for 3 Iron Grenadiers, communications officer, fire control officer, driver, and armor-piercing laser cannon. Infinity 3 variable energy pivoting triple barrel laser, elevating missile launch system, an Omega target acquisition scanner with a pivoting base. That must be what they're talking about here. And then with 6 tri-cap triple computer assisted anti-aircraft anti-personnel missiles, a tail laser gun, and free rolling wheels. Destro's D.E.M.O.N was very popular with kids at the time of its retail release. The D.E.M.O.N's easily lost pieces are 6 tri-cap missiles, but I should be able to find parts for this pretty cheap and get it completed. It's kind of a cool little item to have and display, especially with Destro from 1988. I know he was sold separately with his Despoiler. So we're going to get this cleaned up, and then I'm going to go look online see if I can find the glass for the canopy here. I don't know if it's something that just fits in there or if it's a whole piece that fits inside there. I'm not sure. But I'm going to have to get in here with a brush, clean all this out. Soap and water usually does the trick. I'll be really careful with it to try and clean this thing up. I'll look at some other sites to find out what would be best to clean up some of this stuff. I know most of this gold stuff gets brittle, but this seems to be pretty decent. Doesn't feel brittle to me. It feels flexible. So do the cannons. But a really good find. Like I said, I found that, and I also found this Sigma 6 Dragonhawk. And it is complete. I already opened it up and checked it all out. We'll take a look at this at another time. It does have the box, although it doesn't fit in the box very well. It does have snake eyes and the driver also, so it's a heavy armor drop ship. We'll take a look at that. It is the smaller figures, but I thought it was pretty cool. And like I said, I got this stuff for next to nothing at a garage sale a while back, and just wanted to share it with you guys. But that is the D.E.M.O.N, and next time we look at it, we'll go through a full review of it, and I will after I get it completed. But looks to have just one missile missing, and this radar lens thing is what they're talking about, that just snaps on. I do not have that, so that's what was missing. Everything else was there, which I was really surprised. I'm going to look a little bit more closer into this, see if I can find a ferret figure, and we'll go from there and see if we can. It looks like there should be something in the front there. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm going to have to take a look I'm looking at yojo.com right now, but they're not really too keen on all the parts here. They're just showing all the guns and the missiles. They're not showing any kind of lenses or blueprints. Maybe the blueprints will show something about it. But anyways, just a quick little update for you on the D.E.M.O.N and Destro's Despoiler, which I just picked up. A nice vintage piece from 1988. I don't have the blueprints for it, but those should be pretty easy to find too, I think. But this will be a nice one to bring back to life, get cleaned up, and display on the shelf. Well, that's all for today. This is Tim, and we'll see you again on G.I. Joe Immortal. Happy New Year.